So I was literally just saying to somebody the other day that it's so unfair how so many aspects of people's lives, including their business, revolves around social media, but you can never actually speak to somebody that works at these social media platforms. And then guess what? Instagram called me. One day, wake up in the morning, open up my app, and there's a little notification at the top that says, "Do you want to speak to somebody at Instagram?" Hold on, let me think about that. Hell yeah, I do. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, so anyways, clicked it, scheduled the appointment. It was 2 weeks in the future. It was on May 18th, and basically the 2 weeks before that, I was just sitting there brewing, thinking of every question about social media that I had and how I was gonna grill this person on the phone and ask them everything that I've ever wanted to know. So the day eventually came. I made sure all of my life stopped to make sure I was at home to get that call. This wasn't gonna be a situation where like you're on the subway and you go into a tunnel and you get disconnected, because I have a feeling that it was the type of thing where if you didn't answer the phone or if you got disconnected, that was it. So I made sure I was home, got a call, a very nice lady named Amanda, and I'm gonna give you the rundown on what my big takeaways from this once in a lifetime Instagram conversation were. Now, I wanna make it clear, I don't think that this was something that's happening for everybody, but I have seen one other creator, I think her name is Erin. She's on YouTube and she also got this phone call, so you can check out her video as well. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first big thing that she said was, I wasn't using all of the surfaces. There are 5 major surfaces. They call them surfaces. You and I would probably just call them things. The 5 big things of Instagram, which are feed posts, stories, Instagram lives, reels, and IGTV. And you're right, I wasn't. I'm pretty much a posts and stories kind of guy. I know there are a lot of people who go live every day. I don't think I've ever gone live once. I mean, I don't have anything to say that I need to tell people live. She said, yeah, we noticed that you are not doing it, and it's really beneficial for an account to use all of the surfaces. So I think I put up one IGTV. Immediately the next day I put up an IGTV. If you have a YouTube video, just throw that thing on Instagram once in a while, see how that works for you. It's not supposed to be an overnight success, but it's gonna help. So guys, get something on IGTV, be more consistent with your reels. Don't just be a person who's about these photo posts, because another big takeaway is Instagram is really moving to becoming a video platform. Yes, the days of you thinking you're gonna just post this picture with a cute caption and your account is gonna skyrocket, those days are quickly coming to an end. Another thing that goes along with that is consistency. You don't wanna confuse the algorithm as far as when you're posting, how often you post. You don't wanna be somebody who posts 20 stories. You know those people that post so many stories at the top is just dots? It's like, that's how many stories they post. And then you go for 3 days and you don't post any. That's confusing for Instagram. You don't want to be somebody who posts every day for a week and then you say you're going to take 3 months off and then you want to come back and post. That's confusing. Or 2 posts one week, 1 post the next week, and then 5 videos. Set a plan. I'm gonna do 3 posts a week and one of them is gonna be a reel, and I'm gonna do that for the next couple months and see how that works. That way, Instagram starts to learn your pattern of posting and knows when and where to put your stuff. Not only that, but your followers will start to know, hey, it's Saturday, this is a day that you usually post, and they're almost anticipating your post. The next thing is, how often should I post? Is it a more is more type of thing, or is there such thing as post fatigue, where people basically get sick of you posting and they've seen you too much, so they just don't interact? Let's face it, we all know somebody that posts too much. I have friends who post 4 or 5 times a day, and I'll be honest, I don't like every single one of the posts. Sometimes I'm just tired of opening the app and I see that same person over and over again. You might find that your posts aren't doing as well, so maybe you're posting too much. There's such a thing as post fatigue. And remember, if Instagram sees that your followers are just swiping past a certain post, or even your stories, if they get to the first 2 of your stories and then they just skip to the next person, that has basically told Instagram that your content isn't interesting. But and however, a lot of people have received opposite advice on this. Some people think that more is more, because the logic is the more stuff that's out there, the more chance people have to find it, especially if you're using multiple surfaces. If you have a reel that's out there, an IGTV, a post, a bunch of stories, and you're live, you're going to be reaching more people, and then there's more chance of people following you. So this is another one of those frustrating circumstances where there is no right answer. You have to try one or the other while remaining consistent with what you choose, and you see what's getting you the best results, because the same rules don't apply to everyone, unfortunately. The next thing is the carousel post kind of controversy. Everybody thinks something different about the carousel post. Now, when I first started using carousel posts, I found that I was getting a lot of engagement from the people that I know, mostly because people are staying on that post longer. They're looking at it for a longer period of time. They're seeing more than one picture. They might find a picture out of those 3 that they really like that convinces them to like, to comment. However, quickly I noticed, and from talking to other creators, that none of my carousel posts were getting any engagement from the hashtags. And hashtags were the main way that I was growing. I'm not somebody who was growing from a lot of reposts on other pages. My main thing was hashtags. So I would have this great carousel post and I would get a lot of traction from my own followers. So 10,000 likes from people who were already following me, which is great, but I want to reach new people. And for some reason, a lot of people have found that carousel posts don't really work in the hashtags. So I brought it up to the person at Instagram and they didn't really know what I was talking about. They said they don't really see that, but I have tried time and time again. I've spoken to other social media experts. I've straight up DM'd people and said, hey, check your insights and compare your carousel posts. And they said, wow, my carousel posts aren't doing anything in the hashtags. Once again, this could be a case where there's a glitch in the system. This is something that they haven't really worked out yet. But yeah, there's no correct answer. Very frustrating. I really do like using carousel posts. The very next day, I decided to test the theory again. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. And sure enough, I put up a post and 0 reach from hashtags. So guys, you might want to try this out. If you're putting up your carousel posts and you're getting some good results from your own followers, but nothing from the hashtags, you might want to scale back the number of carousel posts that you're doing. They're great for your own people, not so great for new audiences. So the next thing is, and I'm sure you guys know this, and we're here on YouTube right now, but Instagram is really trying to compete with TikTok and YouTube, and those are video platforms. So Instagram is quickly moving to becoming a video platform. It's not that you won't be able to post photos, but your emphasis should be on video content. And they didn't outright say it, but I really get the feeling that they are prioritizing video content and that your pictures are going to take a backseat to your videos. If you don't already know this, you should never be taking content straight out of TikTok. I mean, with the watermark on it, something that was fully edited in TikTok, and bringing it into Instagram, because she said that Instagram can recognize something that was created in TikTok and it can recognize that watermark. So there are plenty of services out there where you can have that watermark taken off. You might want to run it back through your computer. You might want to just take the raw video and add the text over again. But your engagement may be affected if Instagram notices, and it might, that your video was originally from TikTok. It's not really great for branding. For every time somebody goes into Instagram to watch Reels, they keep seeing the TikTok logo come up. So keep that in mind. You know, with the Instagram creators account and them spotlighting certain creators and talking about certain people that are big on Instagram for doing whatever they do, you can tell that Instagram is trying to focus on personality and less on photos. So the days, like I said before, the days of you just posting a photo with your little slick caption from your favorite rap song and thinking that that's gonna take you to these amazing new heights, I don't think that that's gonna work for very much longer. It probably has stopped working for you already. You need to quickly move into video content. Now, that doesn't mean that every single one of your videos needs to be this Steven Spielberg production. They can't judge quality. That's another thing that we talked about. Consistency is key. Quality is great, and obviously you're gonna have stuff that's better than others, but you putting out consistent videos is better than you trying to put out some masterpiece once every 3 months. I'm sure, like me, you have been scrolling through Reels and you see a reel of somebody just picking up their dog, kissing their dog and smiling, and that reel has like 500,000 views. It's stuff like that. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking, people. Just do something and do it consistently. Going back to any declines of engagement, declines of reach that you've seen, people forget that IG is becoming a busier and busier place, because now not only do you have people's photo posts, but now there's videos and there's all different other stuff. There's the ads that are on there. Just the sheer number of posts that are on there now is going to make people less likely to see your posts. So a lot of your engagement drop is simply because there's more competition. You can't take it personally. You can't think that every time you don't see 10,000 likes or whatever is a good number for you that you're being shadow banned, or there's some sort of system like that. It's just that there's more competition. And like I said, the way to defeat the competition is to do something consistently and keep going. It's not to give up, it's to keep going. They really made it clear that the algorithm promotes people who are helping Instagram, and you're helping Instagram by consistently making content. You're not helping Instagram by somebody who thinks you're just gonna do some stories and throw up a post once every couple of weeks. That doesn't benefit Instagram, so it's not gonna benefit you. So to recap, you wanna be using all 5 surfaces, being feed posts, stories, Instagram lives, IGTV, and Reels. This is really gonna show the Instagram algorithm that you're serious and you are a full-fledged member of Instagram, and really help push your content out there. You wanna have content out there, but you don't wanna post so much that you fatigue your audience, because when your audience, if people who are following you already get sick of seeing your posts and they scroll past it, that's telling Instagram that your content isn't interesting. The carousel post controversy, you need to test this out on your account. I suggest you do it this week. Put up a carousel post, check your insights. Check if you are getting reach and engagement from hashtags. If not, you probably have that bug, that glitch where hashtags don't work on carousel posts, so scale back the carousel post. If you are getting reach and engagement from hashtags on your carousel post, keep doing it until it breaks. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Next, show your personality. Instagram is not that place where you can just post a picture anymore thinking you look cool with a little caption. Show your personality, use video. Instagram is becoming a personality and creator-based platform. Lastly, remember that Instagram is just becoming more competitive. There are more people on there doing more posts, doing more things, meaning it's less likely for the same amount of people to see your posts. Don't think that everything is some sort of shadow ban. There are glitches, but not everything is a glitch. It's just a more competitive place than it used to be. So next, I want to touch on Instagram Creator Week. Yes, there was this thing called Creator Week, and apparently they invited 5,000 people around the world. I was lucky enough to be one of them, to kind of get some answers out of people directly from Instagram, other creators that have made it big on the platform. So I was super excited to get some answers. And I feel like, unfortunately, some of the answers were that sometimes there are no real answers and they are trying to figure stuff out too. There are a lot of bugs, there are a lot of glitches, mistakes in the Instagram system that they can't really fix right now, or they're trying to fix it. There was one guy who said his entire job is to go through people's complaints and to find out how this mistake happened, and they're trying to fix it. And sometimes when you fix one mistake, it creates another mistake. When you fix one glitch, it creates another glitch for another group of people, and they're trying. They said, we're trying to fix all of these glitches. It's by no means a perfect system. And they find out about these things through our support requests, and you might feel like they don't read them, and because they don't really reply to people, but apparently they do read them, they do log them. Sometimes it is somebody in another country, but they're logging them, and it does take somebody to actually look at these requests, and it takes time for them to go through and fix them. So it's not always some big thing where the algorithm hates you, something like that. It's a mistake and they're working on it. One thing that really is frustrating to somebody who wants to learn and know what the rules are is that apparently the rules are broken all the time. Apparently there are no hard and fast rules, even though there's terms and conditions. It appears like some people can break the rules and some people can't. I mean, you've seen people use licensed music in a post. I'm not talking about Reels, but they'll use it in a post and nothing happens to them. They don't get any warnings. However, other people, as soon as you put up a video with music, it might get flagged and they say you've done a copyright thing and they threaten to take it down. So it's not like it's being applied evenly. Another rule that people hear about all the time, I asked this question but it wasn't answered, was people say you can't use the same hashtags over and over again. That's spamming and you'll get blocked from the hashtags, or worse. I know people that have been copy and pasting the same group of hashtags since 2012 and nothing has happened to them to this day. So it's like the rules are applying to some people but not to other people. It's really frustrating, trust me. I like that they're reaching out to people and letting you actually speak to a live person and ask questions, even though the answers might not have been as fulfilling as you wanted, because people are using social media as their job these days. A lot of people have their businesses entirely on social media. Influencers are making money off of social media. So if something goes wrong and you're affecting people's money, you have the right, you should have the right to speak to somebody and get some clarification and get some answers. So I do think this is a step in the right direction. I hope they do this more. I said if you guys are doing any programs where you guys want to speak to creators again, please include me. So if that happens, I will let you know. So speaking of engagement, please take a second to hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Please take a second to subscribe to this channel. It really helped my channel grow. We can't just be focused on Instagram anymore. You got to get all the platforms going. So please help me get this channel popping. And if you guys have any questions or any ideas for a future video, you can either hit me up on Instagram, it's at St.Jon. You can follow me there. Love to hear from you guys, or let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get to it in a future video. And until next time, guys, please take care and stay safe. Bye.